Welcome back, good viewer. This is the Skyrider. A very, very welcome back indeed, my friends. Because it has been far too long. Because, good viewer, I am a terrible person. Allow me to explain very briefly, my friends, before we get back into the journey to 12. Because it's been quite a while, as I'm sure you know, and hopefully I'll be able to do better than previously demonstrated. Basically, my friends, for those of you who don't know, I'm an actor, and I'm currently training up in London, away from where I normally live, and I'm living in private halls, and which is pretty standard accommodation, and I have a room which is perfectly adequate and nice, but the internet there is not the best, and uploading to YouTube is, well, put it this way, when I tried to upload one time, this was about a 10-minute video that was, which is not a very big file size at all, but that would have taken me 7 hours, which is not good at all. So, well, I'm going to review the situation when I go back there, good viewer, and see if I can, in fact, do anything better about that, because the last time I uploaded a video on this channel was Boxing Day, and that's just unacceptable, It's gone from Boxing Day to PAX East, and that's just unacceptable in my eyes, and I enjoy putting out this content, so, yeah. I don't know why I haven't been putting it out more, good viewer, so I do apologise for that. But hopefully, you will see more content from me, good viewer, because I still love Hearthstone just as much as I did 4 months ago. And now it's released. We're no longer in beta. And the journey to 12, my friends, must continue. I've gotten up to 10. That's the best run I've had so far, out of all my arena runs, which is not brilliant, I realise, but, as in, well, 10 is good, but not when it's once amid all of the arena runs I've done. I now consider 4 wins to be an average, or 4 wins to be decent at the very least. It's at 4 wins that you start breaking even, speaking from a gold perspective. But my friends, enough rambling. Today we go
I will fight with
Uther, and fighting with honor. Because Paladin out of Warrior and Warlock, and Paladin, is the class I think I can do best in Arena. In Arena, so let's see what we get. Equality, Holy Wrath and Crazed Alchemist. I've also been playing a lot more Arena, good viewer, obviously, in 4 months, and been watching excellent streamers like Trump and Hafu, so hopefully I will be better. He says, and then this deck goes 0-3. Equality, good viewer, is always a good card to have, particularly in combination with other cards. Silverback Patriarch, True Silver Champion, Core Hound. I think the choice is pretty obvious here. True Silver Champion is an excellent card. Silverback Patriarch is meh. Core Hound can be good if you lack other powerful creatures, but True Silver Champion definitely. Ooh, a legendary. A legendary. And all of these are very interesting. Nat Pagal, Onyxia, or Greenskin. Ooh, I'm not sure about this one, good viewer. This one is a tough one. Nat Pagal would be good for potential card draw, and is quite difficult to get rid of early on. But then in a Paladin deck, which is generally pretty buffy, Onyxia wouldn't go amiss. But Captain Greenskin for a +1/+1. Bit situational, I've only got the one weapon so far. I'm not certain, good viewer. It is tempting to go Nat Pagal, but it's also tempting to go Onyxia. Let's go Onyxia. That's a tough choice. Dark-Eyed Dwarf, Youthful Brewmaster, and Ironfur Grizzly. It's a choice between these two, I think, because Youthful Brewmaster in a Paladin deck is quite good because they tend to be fairly buffy, and if you can, Youthful Brewmaster is good for not only getting Battlecry minions back, but also good for getting Silence creatures back. So, depending on your deck, Youthful Brewmasters can be very useful, but I'm going to go Dark-Eyed Dwarf, as it's a generally good creature. Guardian of Kings, Hammer of Wrath, and Ironforge Rifleman. Ironforge Rifleman is meh. Out of all of the Battlecry deal damage minions, I would say it's probably the worst one in terms of its value. A 2/2 for 3 is not particularly brilliant. So Guardian of Kings is always quite good. But in this instance, I'm going to go Hammer of Wrath, because card draw is always excellent. Bloodrun Raptor, Gurubashi, Berserker, Earthen Ring, Farseer. Again, going on like generic usefulness, and because I like it as a 3-drop, I'm going Earthen Ring, Farseer. Leper Gnome, Cult Master, Vegico, Mercenary. In a deck like this, Cult Master, i.e. a Paladin deck, Priestess of Elune, Argent Squire, and Nightblade. I'm going to go Argent Squire. I've come to like Argent Squire more than I have done in the past, and these two I'm not particularly a fan of, so not in Arena anyway. Because in Arena, of course, you have to try and get cards that are generically good. You know, there's no point trying to build a gimmick deck in the Arena, because, you know, 99 times out of 100 it's not going to work. Okay, this is an easy choice. Good viewer. Aldor Peacekeeper every time. It's an incredible card. Shuts down enemy minions like you wouldn't believe, which is excellent. Secret Keeper Cobra, Emperor Cobra, and Azure Drake. I'm going to go Azure Drake. It's got a lot of utility. Extra card draw, it's a 4/4, which is generally good, and extra spell damage, which is useful. I do like Emperor Cobra. Secret Keeper is a bit too situational for Arena, so Azure Drake it is. Humility, Frost Elemental, and Youthful Brewmaster. How is the curve looking? Well, there's only 10 cards so far. We do have quite a few Battlecry minions so far. Pretty much all of our minions are Battlecries, so I'm going to take a Brewmaster. Thrallmar, Farseer, Wolf Rider, and Lord of the Arena. Nothing vastly brilliant, but I'm going to take a Wolf Rider, because it's essentially a removal card, a 3/1 with charge. Very unlikely it's going to get off more than one attack. Venture Mercenary, Mad Bomber, Humility. Well, good viewer, I'm going to do something insane, and say, in Bomber, we trust. Eye for an Eye, Guardian of Kings, Young Dragonhawk. Okay, this is an easy choice for me. Young Dragonhawk, again, is only really good if you can buff it, which admittedly in a Paladin deck you often can. Eye for an Eye, I don't particularly rate it as a secret. It's useful, certainly, but again, you know, any savvy opponent will hit you with a 1/1 wherever they possibly can. So, not useless, but in this instance, I think a Guardian of Kings is more useful. Guardian of Kings, Scarlet Crusader, and another True Silver Champion. I'm going to go another True Silver Champion because they are excellent. Bloodhound Raptor, Noble Sacrifice, Argent Protector. Divine Shield, always useful. Argent Protector it is. Humility, Direwolf, and Fairy Dragon. Direwolf Alpha. It's between these two, good viewer. Because Fairy Dragon I do love. Fairy Dragon is probably one of my favourite, if not my favourite 2-drop. Because it forces trading. The opponent has to trade with the Fairy Dragon because they can't, you know, mage it or shadow word. They can't fire blast it. They can't shadow word it. Shadow word paint it. You can tell them my love for mages and priests remains. So it has to be traded with. So in that logic, I'm going Fairy Dragon. Jungle Panther, Blessing of Wisdom, Abusive Sergeant. I do like Jungle Panther. I like stealth minions in general. I think most stealth minions are excellent. Abusive Sergeant can be useful, as can Blessing of Wisdom, but I need more 3-drops. Jungle Panther it is. Archmage, Oasis, Snapjaw, and Hand of Protection. I think more Divine Shield. Do I want to go more Divine Shield? Or do I want to go Oasis Snapjaw? Which again could prove potentially useful. Particularly if you can buff it, because it survives a long time. But no, I'm going to go Hand of Protection. There we go. Mana Wraith, Mana Addict, or Injured Blade Master. Another interesting choice. And I'm not sure on this one, could you? Mana Addict, very situational. Mana Wraith, again, potentially useful, depends on the deck. I don't think it's particularly useful in this particular deck. Because Mana Wraith's all about adjusting the tempo of the game for your opponent and for you, for that matter. So, Injured Blademaster it is. Fen Creeper, War Golem, Ironforge Rifleman. I really like Fen Creeper as a taunt, so I'm taking that. Wisp Mad Bomber and Abusive Sergeant. 2 bombers might be a little much. Might not, depends, but I'm going to go Abusive Sergeant. Emperor Cobra, Ancient Mage, Bloodsail Corsair. None of those are brilliant. Not in this deck anyway, so Emperor Cobra it is. Jungle Panther, Thrallmar Farseer, Eye for an Eye. A second Panther. Southsea Deckhand, Flesh-Eating Ghoul, Ironforge Rifleman. This is a very easy choice in a Paladin deck. Flesh-Eating Ghoul every time. Tontos Boar, Young Dragonhawk, Acidic Swamp Ooze. Again, another very easy choice. Acidic Swamp Ooze is always useful. Sinjin Shield Master, Cult Master, and another Swamp Ooze. We have a Cult Master, we have a Swamp Ooze, and I do like me a good Tez Dingo. 3 cards left. Worgen Infiltrator, Flesh-Eating Ghoul, Recessive Alone. I love me a Snowballing Ghoul. Only like Blessing of Wisdom, Murloc Tidehunter. Good for lasting, but we don't really have a vastly expensive deck, so not particularly in this instance. Murloc Tidehunter, potentially useful, but I'm going to go Blessing of Wisdom. So that can really screw an opponent over. Last card, Emperor Cobra, Young Priestess or Injured Blademaster. Interesting. I think... Could go another Emperor Cobra. Could go another Injured Blademaster. Let's go Injured Blademaster. A lot of good 3-drops here. A lot of powerful 3-drops. We have a Nixia at the end there. Too bad we didn't really pick up any... didn't pick up a Stormwind Champion, because that's always useful in a Paladin deck. Maybe the Nat Paga would have been more useful given the lack of card draw. But, oh well, we will see how this goes. Let's go. Well, this is all very exciting, I must say, good viewer, because it has been a long time since I've commentated on my own Hearthstone playing, and whilst I like to think I've gotten a bit better, I haven't commentated on it for a while.
Uther versus Anduin.
Oh good, a priest. We all know how much I like priests.
I will fight with
Glad
honor.
I get the coin. Not a bad hand. We'll check the equality, because that's not useful till later, really. But the rest I shall keep, I think. Will that work? I don't have a turn 1 play. Let's chuck the Panther. See if I get anything better. Watch me pull a Nixia. Don't know if that's necessarily better, but I'll take it.
The light protects.
Argent Squire. What I wouldn't give for a Blood Knight right about now. More Divine Shield. We will pass at this stage, because no real point in playing anything else just yet. And I've recently read Good Viewer. You can tell this has been how long it's been since I've made a Hearthstone video, because Blizzard announced today at PAX East, which I'm very jealous not to be going to, because many of my friends are there and I wish I could meet them, but they announced the Curse of Naxxramas, which is the... Come on. Ooh dear. That's not a good card to pick. What the hell? What the heck was that? What? I am thoroughly confused, good viewer, because that was literally a useless move. They just wasted a card there. I don't know what they were doing there. Well, in this instance, good viewer, I think the Ghoul is the best to play here. But yes, they announced the Curse of Naxxramas, which is an adventure mode, which brings new cards and adds like a single-player style of play to Hearthstone. Almost a bit like raiding, really. And that looks awesome to me. It really, really does. I really like the look of it. I'm very much looking forward to it. It looks freaking awesome. It really, really does. I'm really looking forward to it very much indeed. When that will release, I don't know, but we shall see. I really don't know. This priest has made some very odd opening moves, because they completely wasted that inner fire. It does nothing for them. It's not like if they buff it later, it'll help them, because it's just a one-off thing. It's not like if they give it extra health now, it'll change its attack. It won't. In Grimscale Oracle, well, unless they somehow manage to do the impossible and craft a Murloc deck in an arena, well, good lord, I really do not know at this stage, good viewer. But oh well. Okay, let's ping off the shield. Then let's get this 2/2 on the field. Heh, that rhymes. And then I could give Hand of Protection to the Argent Protector. Divine Shieldception, but do I want to do that? No, I don't think so. I think I'll save it. Because any way you look at it, that Panther is going to have to trade with something. I really don't understand what this priest is doing. Yep, heal your Murloc. Please, by all means, heal your Murloc. That's fine by me. Okay, buff the Ghoul, but if they've got any sense, they won't keep that thing around. You gonna hit me? Makes good sense, otherwise it's gonna snowball. There you go. Okay, that's fine. 2 for 1, I'm happy with that. And there she is. There's an Exia. You'll come in later useful, my dear. But for now, as Dingo, and hit the Ardent Squire. Because, good viewer, if there's one thing I've learned about playing against priests, is that you should abide by a very simple and very obvious method of battle. That's a bad turn of phrase, but you know what I mean. Ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to priests, I give you these words. These 6 words. I had to count those. Kill it before it lays eggs. That's my advice.
Let me think.
Let me think indeed. I could... Okay, here's what I'm thinking. I could run the Argent Protector into that, and then hit that with the Fen Creeper, and Divine Sheet and Hand of Protection the Tazdingo, which would eliminate it. Or I could Youthful Brewmaster, and then... Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to Youthful Brewmaster.
Drink with me, friend.
And then put a Divine Shield up on my Tazdingo. And then I'm going to hit that for 3. And I'm going to leave it at that. Which is really quite stupid of me. Because it's a priest, which can heal its minions. So what the hell are you doing, Skyrider? Oh god, mind vision. I hate that about priests. I just wish those cards would tell you what they... Bastards. You got my true silver champion, you bastard. I hate priests. So much gimmicky nonsense. Yeah, it doesn't work like that, mate. You gotta go through the Tazdingo. Is this priest new? I mean, like... I realise that sounds incredibly patronising. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure this priest is new, because if they had any sense, they would have healed their thing first. Their thing? Their thing. That's a thing. They would have healed their Fen Creeper first, allowing it to trade with the Tazdingo. But, oh well, their loss is my gain. Let's put my own Fen Creeper out there. Hit them for 5. How very bizarre. Maybe I'm just being completely insulting, but this priest has made some very odd decisions. Okay. An Armani Berserker and a Razorfen Hunter. You still can't attack the Youthful Brewmaster. Still doesn't work like that. And you're going to heal yourself, that's fine. Are you going to hit? No, you're not. Okay. Mad Bomber. Not really a time to play Mad Bomber, I'm afraid. But it is a time to play my own piece of a champion.
For justice.
Kill off that bastard. Then let's hit that.
Is my responsibility.
And hit that. And hit that. And play that. Beautiful. Yes, with priests, my friends, you must kill it before it lays eggs. Priests and shamans, my friends, are the two classes that under no circumstances should you allow to get board control. Never give a priest board control. If a priest has board control against you, you are screwed. Because they have all sorts of nasty buffs and all other sorts of annoying cards that will allow them to keep control of the board. Taking out my Fen Creeper. Not to mention their irritating stealing nonsense, which is just nonsense of the highest caliber. I've taken to referring to things as nonsense a lot more than I did. I still think I used to refer to Pyroblast and Mind Control as mage and priest nonsense respectively. But now even more so. Okay, 8 mana. So let's go Azure Drake. Always a good card to play. And we get an Emperor Cobra. Excellent.
For justice.
So let's take out that monkey. How many monsters do I have? I have enough monsters. I think I can play an Emperor Cobra. And then we hit them for that. Yeah, you don't let priests get board control, because if you do, they'll keep their creatures alive forever, and you just will suffer as a result. And shamans, well, one word, good viewer, bloodlust. If a shaman gets bloodlust up against you, that's an instant X times 3x damage. X being the number of creatures they have on the board up against you. So if you've got no taunt up, you're pretty much screwed. As even totems become 3/2s. Okay, do I have lethal, my friends? I have 7, 9, 13, 15. I do have lethal. Excellent. But I'm going to be a dick anyway.
You dare challenge the daughter?
I do indeed dare challenge the Daughter of Deathwing, but that does not matter.
This is my responsibility.
Because 1-0, good viewer. Hooray! Ooh, and an extra quest completed. Always nice. And of course I also chose Paladin because that's one of my quests. Hopefully we can fulfill that one too. So, a very good first run there, good viewer. Mainly because of the playing style of my opponent, I think. Inner Fire on Argent Squire on turn 1. I'm sorry, but that's a bizarre play in anybody's book. But I should not concentrate on the mistakes of others, because Lord knows I have more than enough of my own. But a victory is a victory nonetheless, good viewer, no matter how it may be achieved. So, I will leave things there, good viewer. I will edit this video and get it out to you as soon as possible, and I will keep recording, and not end up with a large pile of files like I did beforehand. Yes, consider this episode, good viewer, a reboot of the Journey to 12 series, because I don't know where I was going with that, but consider it a reboot nonetheless, because that's essentially what it is, my friends. It's me just revitalizing the series, because it trailed off and petered into nowhere, which I again apologize for, my friends, because that's not fair on you. And I must admit, I am very grateful, because I have somehow been still gaining subscribers, regardless of the fact that I haven't uploaded anything for 4 months, which again is unacceptable. But there we are. So, 1 down, my friends, and 11 to go. Let's see if the Journey to 12 will finally become a reality, or if it will still be an endless, unattainable dream, or nightmare, depending on how you look at it. No +5 for me tonight, though, my friends. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Skyrider. Farewell until we meet again.